Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Manchester United travel to Villa Park this weekend for a game against Aston Villa in the Premier League. A game that Manchester United really want to be winning. If we can keep up our run in the Premier League, it means we can hopefully get into that top four and then, of course, try to close that gap on some of those teams ahead of us. We also want to go into the World Cup continuing this positive momentum. Although we didn't get the result we wanted, the scoreline we wanted against Sociedad, we did win and we kept up our positive turn of results. So Manchester United want to be going to Villa Park and winning this game, but we have got a few problems. Not only is it Unai Emery's first game at Villa Park for Aston Villa, that's going to provide a problem of its own, but also Manchester United could be without Antony, Sancho and Anthony Martial for this game, and Bruno Fernandes is definitely out because he's suspended because of the number of yellow cards that he's picked up. So there's, selection trouble for Manchester United in this game. Now, what I want you guys to do is let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well, and we'll get stuck into all the pre-match stuff ahead of this Villa game. And of course, we've got some interesting story on Casemiro as well, which filled my heart with joy. Things are feeling really good at the moment as a Manchester United fan, aren't they? We're moving towards, Christmas. We're starting to see Ten Hag's influence on the team. Still a long way to go. He's still got to make more signings. He's still got to fill the squad out, and we've still got to get better playing, the football that he wants to play. There have been moments where it hasn't been great, like that second half against Real Sociedad. Although you could maybe say that, we're lacking a lot of players at the moment, and that isn't helping in terms of the attack. We need to add goals to our game, and more goals to our game. That's ultimately why we finished second in the Europa League. So, there's a lot to improve on, but you feel positive in the direction that we're going, and you feel positive with Erik ten Hag as the manager. Now, as I was saying, we could be without those three players for this game. Ten Hag was asked about their availability, Sancho, Antony and Martial's availability for the Villa game, and he said, "It's difficult to say in this moment. I have to talk with the medical in Manchester. I have to hear how their progress was, if they can be available for Sunday's match." Now, we know Martial's been back in training, but he didn't travel to Sociedad because he continued his rehabilitation from the injury. Antony and Sancho also weren't there. So hopefully they will be back for this game. But if they're not, then it presents problems of their own. We've seen United's attack contain Ronaldo and Garnacho against Sociedad, and we almost play like a diamond in the middle. And I kind of felt we're lacking a little bit of something. It's not the formation that the manager wants to play. And even when we do play with that three and you see Bruno popping up on the wing, it's not his preferred position. He works hard and he tracks his runners and all those kind of things. He does that really well, but it's not his preferred position. So we need to be playing that 4-3-3 formation. And when we're lacking those kind of players, it means we've got less of a chance to be able to be playing that. Now, of course, Rashford will be able to start this game against Villa, which means you could go, Rashford, Garnacho, and Cristiano Ronaldo, or Rashford, Elanga, and Cristiano Ronaldo, or Garnacho, Elanga, and Marcus Rashford through the middle. You do have those options to go with a front three, but they're obviously not as strong as Antony playing, Martial playing, and even Sancho playing, who hasn't been in the greatest form, although I think there's been more than needed to be made of it. But yeah, we're stronger with those players in the team. So fingers crossed they will be available, but the possibility that we're going to be without them. Bruno Fernandes isn't available as well for this game, so we're going to see a different midfield. Maybe we'll see Casemiro, Fred and Eriksen, or Casemiro, McTominay and Eriksen, or maybe Donny van der Beek. Now, the manager, after the game against Real Sociedad, when asked about Donny van der Beek, he said, "I know he can do better because I know him very well, but he delivered what I expected in terms of positioning and pressing, in terms of transition. But I think he can be more of a threat to an opponent's goal. That's his biggest quality." Now, he's obviously lacking fitness, match fitness at the moment. And I thought his cameo before that Real Sociedad game, I forgot what game it was in now, was a lot better. It may have been the West Ham game. But, we're seeing Donny van der Beek's performance against Sociedad wasn't great. We need a much better performance. But the manager is seeing him being in positions and things and thinking, actually, he's doing the basics right, but he needs to improve in terms of making himself more of a threat. And maybe when he gets that match fitness, he will. The problem is he's got so much competition. Bruno's ahead of you, Eriksen's ahead of you, Fred's ahead of you in the midfield at the moment, maybe even McTominay. So you've got all this competition in the midfield. You know, you need to get match sharpness and you need to get match fit, but you need to get minutes to do that. And with this competition, it's more difficult for you to get minutes. So he needs to perform really and consistently. But again, he needs to play. So you're caught in this never-ending cycle. It is a weird one with Donny van der Beek, though, because we all kind of thought under Erik ten Hag we'd see a lot more from him. Now, Ten Hag's keeping it positive, but he'll know he needs to perform. And if he gets a chance this weekend, hopefully he takes it. He's not in my starting 11 for this game, though. But before I go to my starting 11 and my predicted score, there was a story about Casemiro, and it says Casemiro was watching from his home in Madrid as Manchester United lost to Brentford, and his response was to call John Murtough, not to tell him that he was having doubts about leaving, but to give assurances that he couldn't wait to get started at Old Trafford. And that just fills my heart with so much joy to see Casemiro. I think Fred did an interview as well where he said he knew ages ago that Casemiro was going to join United, and it seems like something that Casemiro thought through well, although it came as a shock to a lot of us. Casemiro wanted this move to happen. He wanted to challenge himself. He wanted to move away from Spain, and he wanted to come to Manchester United. And I love that guy. What a player he is. And when you look at the additions to the squad, the likes of Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Eriksen, they've been very, very good additions to the squad. We need to back the manager a little bit more because you're seeing one or two players out and we're lacking severely. Anyway, let's get into my predicted 11. My predicted 11 for this game, obviously David De Gea in goal. Then the back four, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Lindelof, and Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot coming on magnificently well. Then you go with Casemiro, Eriksen, with Bruno Fernandes being out, with us being away from home, with I think, Villa going to be up for this one. Their crowd will be up for it. The manager's going to get the dressing room up for it. It's a shame we're not up against the Steven Gerrard Aston Villa. So I think you play Fred or McTominay. I go with Fred in this game. And then in the front three, you're praying and you're hoping those lads are available. Rashford's definitely available. If Martial's available, he starts. Maybe he's not going to start because he wasn't even involved against Sociedad. I'd go Rashford, Garnacho and Ronaldo in some form of shape. If Antony's available, you go Rashford through the middle, Antony and Garnacho. Am I a madman to leave Ronaldo on the bench? If Antony's not available, then Ronaldo through the middle, Garnacho, Rashford in some form of shape. Although Garnacho and Rashford both play through the left, so you have to put Rashford maybe on the right. Maybe Elanga starts, I don't know. But I'd rather see Garnacho play at this moment. It looks like he's in a little bit better form. I think he's a better player as well. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments in terms of the starting 11. I really hope Martial's available. Maybe the manager left him away from Spain because he thought, let's get him ready for this Villa game. We're going to need him. And Antony and Sancho's injuries didn't seem that... I think one of them was illness in it. So hopefully they'll be available, but if not, yeah. Anyway, make sure you keep it locked. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. My score prediction for this game is 2-1 to Manchester United. Come on, Reds, please. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Keep it locked. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.